At our peak, my agency pushed out 700 short videos per month. 10 remote editors, clients in 2 countries, work for Suzuki and other big brands. I even flew to the Amazon rainforest to film an indigenous tribe for a competition and won 3rd place. Sounds like a success story, right? I was losing money every single month. And here's what most YouTube videos about scaling a video agency gets completely wrong. Look, the problem is not finding clients. It's not pricing. It's not even hiring better editors. The real problem is something nobody talks about, because most agency advice on YouTube was filmed in 2022 and the industry completely changed. So today I'm walking you through every mistake I did building that agency. 9 mistakes, all mine. This is 2026, so I'll tell you how AI changed everyone and what you need to fix before you scale another month. So, let's go. Mistake number 1. I paid my editors by the hour. When I started hiring editors, I paid them by the hour. Felt fair, felt safe. It was the dumbest pricing mistake I ever made. Because here's what happens when you pay editors by the hour. The slower they work, the more they earn. Think about that for a second. You're literally paying them to take longer. One of my editors told me a video took 14 hours. I paid him for that. Months later, I gave the same video to a different editor and it took him 4 hours. Exact same quality. Same work, different editor, 3 times the cost. And obviously I'll never get that money back. And it's not about them being dishonest, it's about bad incentive design. When you pay them by the hour, you're rewarding time, not results. So the fixed per-deliverable. Every video has a fixed price. Short form reel, $50. Long form YouTube, $150. Podcast clip, $30. Obviously, it's just examples. So your editor knows exactly what he earns. The faster he gets, the less revision rounds he gets to fix mistakes. So the more he earns per hour. Makes sense, right? Now you're rewarding speed, rewarding quality, and rewarding the editors who actually get better. This single change, really, it's what made my margins healthy for the first time in my agency. I'll talk more about per-deliverable pricing structures in the next video, so I recommend you subscribing. Mistake number 2. I was the bottleneck for everything. When I had 3 editors, it was fine. I reviewed every video myself, and when I hit 10 editors, everything broke. At first, I trusted my editors to send videos directly to the client. Seems smart, save me time, right? Worst idea ever, guys. One of my editors sent a rough cut to a client without checking the brand guidelines. Completely wrong logo, wrong colors, and the client went crazy. Another one sent a video with a typo in the caption. Another one misunderstood the brief completely and sent a totally different video, exactly the opposite of what the client paid for. My reputation was literally taking hits every single week because I wasn't reviewing things before they went out, so I started reviewing everything myself before the client saw it. And that's when my life fell apart. I was working 15 hours a day, I couldn't go to dinner without checking my phone, I couldn't sleep without checking WhatsApp, and every small decision went through me. Let me paint the picture for you. A video lands in Frame.io, editor pings me on WhatsApp with a link. Hey, it's ready for your review. I open it in my laptop, I watch it, I write comments, I copy paste the frame link into ClickUp so the editor sees the tasks. I go back to WhatsApp, I tell him I left comments, he asks me about the file from last week, it's on the WhatsApp chat with the client in Google Drive. I need to start searching there between folders. In the meantime, 3 more clients pinged me about their videos in other different WhatsApp chats. This was my entire day, every day for months. 4 apps, same video, same comments, repeated 3 times in 3 different places. So, I thought I'll promote my best editor to be a supervisor, so he will review stuff before me, and I won't need to do that. Problem solved, right? Wrong. I didn't train him, I didn't give him a checklist, I didn't build him a system, I just sent him, hey, start reviewing these videos, right? He did his best, but he was reviewing in the same broken setup I was. Jumping between Frame, ClickUp, WhatsApp, and Drive. Look, I didn't delete the bottleneck, I just moved it. Now he was the wall instead of me, and he burned out in 2 months. The real fix wasn't a person, it was a system. A place where editors, supervisors, clients can see everything in one screen. When reviews happen on the video, not in WhatsApp chats. When the link is associated with each task because it has project management. The supervisor had clear checklists before anything went out. That system didn't exist in 2022, it didn't exist in 2024, and I will show you what I built to solve this completely in a few minutes. Okay, mistake number 3. I hired for skill, not reliability. Every time I interviewed an editor, I looked on their portfolio. Great cuts, clean colors, nice sound design, good After Effects. Hired. Week number 3, they ghost me, missed deadlines, argue about revisions. Here's what I learned the hard way. A mediocre editor who answers on time is worth more than a genius who disappears. And in 2026, this is even more true because AI editing tools have raised the floor. A decent editor using AI can produce what used to take an advanced editor. So skill is cheaper than ever, but reliability, communication, showing up, that's pretty rare. And that's basically what I pay for now. When I hire editors today, I give them a small test. 48 hours, 1 deliverable, not show me your best work. I want to see, can you hit a small deadline with clear communication? If yes, and the editor is fine technically, everything else is teachable. Quick thing before I keep going. Everything I just said, editor tracking, no bottlenecks, clear briefs, advanced approval. This is the exact stuff I built into Timeliner. It's the platform I made after my agency fell apart. Project management, video review, client portals, fast storage, editor KPIs, all in one tab. Over 250 teams already moved over from Frame.io, ClickUp or Notion. If you want to try, use the code Timeliner10 on the next 7 days, link in the bottom. You will get 10% off for life. Okay, back to the story. Mistake number 4. I ignored client experience. For years, I thought this business was about the edit. Make it look good, make the clients happy. But retainer clients were leaving me after 2 to 3 months. And I asked them why. And they would say something like, you guys are great, we just need something a bit different. That's the client code for your experience sucks, man. I was making them log into Google Drive to download, then send feedback on WhatsApp, then wait 2 days for me to reply from a different time zone I was at. They were getting pretty good edits, but in a miserable process. Nobody talks about this on YouTube. Clients renew because of the experience, not only the edit. A good edit is the baseline in 2026. AI made decent editing cheap. We have many references to learn from, many good courses. The experience is what makes them stay. That's why when a client opens something, I send them now. They see only a clean link. They click, they watch the video on their phone, on their computer. They leave voice note or time-coded comments. Very simple, done. No complex logins, no Google Drive folder with 47 file names, final, V3, real for real. Just a simple portal with their brand on it, side by side like I have here on Timeliner. And yeah, that will make their life much easier. Have a visit, guys. Hola. Mistake number 5. I didn't track editor performance. At peak, I had 10 editors. I had no idea who was actually profitable for me. Some editors took 4 revision rounds per video. Some were 2 days late every time. Some quietly charged me for 8 hours when they worked 3. I didn't know because I wasn't really tracking. I did try. I created a bonus system. The top editor that year got a flight ticket to Italy, the one that edited the most amount of videos. He earned it. He was really a good editor, but I was reviewing by vibe, not by real data. When I finally started tracking real numbers, revision rounds, on-time delivery, how much time it takes per video, 2 of my top editors turned out to be the slowest. And one editor I almost fired was actually my most profitable one. In 2026, there is no excuse for this. Your CRM doesn't need to be a spreadsheet anymore. The numbers should be completely automatic and super simple for you to understand. Mistake number 6. I ran my business on WhatsApp and Sheets. This one hurts. Project management on Monday.com, video review in Frame.io, files in Google Drive, client chat in WhatsApp, internal chats in Discord, payment tracking in a spreadsheet that I updated on 2 a.m. in the last day of every month. 6 tools, 0 of them talk to each other. I tried to connect with Zapier, but it's not really good. And every video had a feedback in 3 different places, and every client request got lost in every chat. Every payment calculation at the end of the month was a nightmare. Editors were telling me one number, my sheets was saying another number. I'm sure you guys experienced it as well. And the worst part, clients hated it as well. They didn't want the Frame.io account, they didn't want the ClickUp or Monday account. You know, they just wanted the WhatsApp to send me like a WhatsApp recording if it's good or not. And I was forcing 5 tools on my clients and wondering why they left. And look, a lot of old YouTube videos will tell you like, build this Notion system, just get organized. Notion is great for docs, but not for video. Video needs frame accurate comments, version history, streaming, client approval, approvals. A text document doesn't really do that. So the lesson I want you to take away is simpler than any tool recommendation. Your team can only move as fast as your worst connected app. Mistake number 7. I paid $5,000 for automations guy. At some point I thought I'll just hire an automations guy, someone who does N8N, Zapier, that kind of stuff. Duct tape my tools together, maybe build something vibe coding it in Claude Code or Lovable. $5,000 later, I had this Frankenstein tool. I was having Airtable, talking to Frame.io, pushing comments into Notion, pinging WhatsApp through some APIs, spreadsheets syncing into Airtable on a schedule. When it kind of worked, it was magic, but that lasted for like a week. Then a webhook broke, Airtable changed their API, and a client didn't get a video, and I didn't trigger an automation. And I had to message my automation guy, hey, can you fix this? And it come back with a number, $300, $500 here, $600 there. That's the part that really hurts, because every time something broke, I think, okay, I already invested $5,000 into this new software. I can't just let it die. So I'll pay again and again and again. And, I compromise on features because I didn't want another bill. So I told my team, just live with this. This is what we use, instead of just fixing it properly. And the worst part, my clients never actually used it. They stayed on WhatsApp. They sent voice notes to me instead of clicking on their custom link. So the system I built for them was technically there, but no one used it. $5,000 basically gone. If the tool you need exists, buy it. If it doesn't exist yet, wait some months and someone is building it. I promise. Mistake number 8. I said yes to every style, every client, and every request. This one slowed me down for years. When I started my agency, I wanted to please everyone. A client comes and say, hey, we want our videos in the style of Gary Vee or Alex Hormozi. I said yes. Next client wants Mr. Beast for his YouTube edits. Next one wants a cinematic wedding style cuts. Why not? I was running a different agency for every single client. Here's the problem no one warns you about. Every new editing style means slowing you down. I'll explain. My editor had to learn a new style. My supervisor had to learn what to check for. I had to create new brand guidelines, new reference videos, new feedback language. And by the time they finally got good at it, the client left. Or we added 2 more clients with totally different styles. So we were always green but never masters in one style. So I made a hard decision. I filtered my clients. Only short form video. No weddings, no corporate explainers, no cinematic narratives. And only 2 editing styles, basic and pro, that's it. Basic is like simple cuts, captions, Premiere Pro, basic color grading. And Pro, B-rolls, motion graphics, sound design, dynamic pacing, AI animations, more for serious brands and retainer clients, depends on what they want and the quantities. That's it. 2 styles, 2 types of content, 1 workflow, and suddenly my editors got much faster. My supervisor knew exactly what to check. My turnaround times dropped. My margins went up. And here's the bonus. I could price by style and by video lengths. 30-second basic reel, 1 price. 90-second pro reel, another price. Clean, simple, scalable. Subscribe to the channel. The next video, I'm going to dive deep into pricing. It will be very interesting and the exact math of how to always stay profitable. Now, here's the other side of this mistake. Clients will ask for stuff outside of your scope. Hey, we really love your videos. Can you also design our website? Can you do our Instagram graphics too? Can you make us thumbnails? Can you make us meta ads? Can you help us with this podcast cover? I'm sure you experienced that, right? It feels flattering and it feels like an easy upsell. But if you don't really delegate right, in most cases, it's a trap. Because every time you say yes to something outside of your focus, you're taking your best people off what they're actually good of. You're hiring or outsourcing for skill you don't understand, and you're managing service you can't quality control in the right way. And your core business, the video work that actually pays the bills, suffers. I had a period where I was doing video, website design in Lovable, graphic design for the same clients. I was making a bit more money, but the quality went down and was kind of hard to control my team. And eventually the clients left because nothing was so great anymore. So the lesson, focus is a superpower. Saying no is how to stay great in one thing. Short form video, 2 styles. That's my menu. You can have your own, right? But that's how we scaled past any agency I know. We were able to systemize it and make hundreds of videos a month. Mistake number 9, last one, guys. I thought the business should run itself. This one is the one that broke me. I was single, traveling South America, backpacking, and I told myself, I build systems. I have a supervisor. I'll go to South America for 3 months. The agency would just run on autopilot and I will earn money, passive income. And you know what happened? Going from solo to 10 editors didn't make things easier. It just made the chaos 10 times worse. Because now I had 10 people making small mistakes and I wasn't there to catch, I lost a huge client during that trip. 500 videos a month agency that I was editing for. Payment dispute with them. And they said they owe less. I said they owe more. We didn't have good system to track it, so we couldn't prove each one on his side. Obviously I was right, but they were not paying me. I lost the clients. I had to pay a lot for my editors because of course I won't leave them without payment, and I got screwed. That was a breaking point. I flew back to my country, sat down at the kitchen table and wrote every tool I used, every problem, every cost. And I realized that no software in the market solved this. Project management, video review, portals, simple client access, editor KPIs, payments, all in one place. And all the other generic tools were for like whatever business. I wanted something specifically for my video agency. And that's what led me to create Timeliner. I told and mentioned about this software too many times in this video. You have your coupon code down here, 10% off for life. Only people came from this video. This coupon code won't be on air for more than a week or two, so that's your time to claim it. Guys, it was a pleasure. See you in the next video about how to calculate payments for short form videos.